Welcome to InfoVeg TV, your guide to levy-funded research and development projects. In this episode, we'll be providing an overview of Predictor PT, a soil DNA testing service for potato growers.
Predictor PT is a DNA-based soil testing service that measures the amount of inoculum in the soil for a range of soil-borne pathogens that cause diseases in potato crops. These include the pathogens that cause powdery scab, black dot, tuber galling by root knot nematodes, early dying rhizoctonia. Long-term management of soil-borne diseases is an important aspect of achieving sustainable potato production. With the advent of this technology that allows you to look at the inoculum levels in the soil, it's given us new insights, new abilities to look at the way pathogens interact in the soil, but also to what effects our management is having on pathogen levels, etc. For a grower who's trying to formulate their disease management strategy, this can be useful information to know. For example, in the longer term, they might be looking at what the duration of their rotations between potato crops is, what crops they're going to grow between. They might be looking at trying to improve their soil health in between potato crops. But on a more direct nature, prior to a crop, they may be trying to choose which particular paddocks they go, and more importantly, what varieties for what markets, depending on their susceptibility to diseases, they put in what paddocks to give themselves the best outcome. They may also be looking at, in paddocks that have considerable disease risk, what strategies they need to implement or treatments they need to apply. Actually knowing what pathogens you have, and more importantly, quantifying what the levels of those pathogens are in the soil when you're making those decisions is obviously quite useful. So therefore, why would you not want to know that information? Now, if you couple that with other agronomic, environmental factors and your knowledge of the paddock history, you're in a better position to make far more informed decisions. The Predictor PT service was first started in mid-2013, so it's still a relatively new service. But over that time, we've seen growers benefit in a number of ways from utilising the service. One of these ways is there's a lot of talk about rotations and different rotation options at the moment within the potato industry and other industries. This is a tool to actually assess how useful that is in their systems. A number of growers have done pre and post plant tests for their rotation crops to see how that's affected their disease and the risk that they will then take into the next potato crop. They have also used our results to decide whether they'll opt in or opt out of using those crops in their system. In the first instance, growers can contact myself at SARDI to discuss the wheres and why-fors of using the Predictor PT service, what it can offer, what its limitations are, what its advantages are. For those who are wishing to use the service, we have accredited agronomists that have received training that can take your samples for you and are trained in how to provide the service. But there is another option for some growers who may wish to do this themselves. They can attend one of our training workshops, and after that they'll know how to take the soil samples and can deal directly with the service.
By giving them the opportunity to make those management decisions early, they can either decide on the course to take, and this is really important with the cost of establishment, planting and management of the potato crop, and that'll then in turn give them a better return or through either increased yield or increased quality. It's giving them another tool within the toolbox for them to make management decisions and help increase that farm gate profitability. It also makes them more internationally competitive. So we'll probably be looking at adding additional tests for a number of diseases, and these include PCN, pink rot, and as well as other nematodes.
Thanks for watching this episode of InfoVeg TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss out on any future episodes.